Oh, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my beautiful rideshare revolutionaries. It's me, Gio, the leader of the rideshare revolution, the rideshare rock star, and the captain of the 2K club, and the realist, the flying, the handsomest, and the bearded-less driver YouTube. And as you can see there, it's 3:54 in the morning, and I am headed to the city. It's Monday morning, which usually means that there will be some decent surges, people going on airport runs, you know, looking forward to making the best of today. I think this will be a decent Monday. It's very cold, so people are gonna be looking for a car right away. The point of this video, I'm not gonna monetize it, is to miss all the stuff I meant to say in the last video yesterday, but I guess I was just in a rush to put that one out. So let's get right to it, shall we? So, okay, two things I wanted to mention yesterday, but I just forgot, or I was too much of a bonehead to do it, is last week was still a semi-effective week, all things considered. Like, I drove on the app probably 75 hours. Oh, that's a lot, even for me. And my total for the week was about 18, with cash, like 1872 or something like that. 1871, yeah. So like, you guys be like, well, that's not really that impressive. Like, no, it's not. But I also, I want you guys to realize last week I was online a lot I was online not getting rides for Lyft. Not entirely the fault of Lyft, just like the whole Kenosha thing really fucked me up. And some mornings I would destination filter and just not get pings. So I was still racking up a lot of dead miles, right? But I mean, I guess I'll show you. So I'll show you, this is where I was for Lyft ending the week. And this is, that's 196 on Uber, so that's 1670 plus $5 cash is $2 and one. So yeah, pretty much 202. So yeah, like I said, 1871 for the week. But check this out. That was my ending trip meter last week. You know, that's how many. I reset it every Monday morning, or before I'm done driving on Sundays. So my ending miles for the week last week was 1476. So, yeah, I was positive 394 miles last week, which is still pretty good even for me. You know, I think I'm usually plus 300 in dollars earned compared to miles. And that number, if not for the Kenosha thing, if not for the Kenosha incident, let's call it, that probably would have been closer to 1350. So if I would have made the same amount of money for less miles driven, I would have been positive $500 compared to miles driven, which is always good. Another thing I want to mention is I hope you guys watching this, I hope you guys are aware of what you're saying as drivers, and sometimes the things you say don't make a lot of sense. For example, the argument for the longest time was that when the flat surge comes to Chicago, $2,000 was going to be impossible. That it just wasn't going to be possible to flat surge, blah, 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 all these excuses. And it only took me a week after so it dropped 1 week. The following week I hit 2K, right? And what did I say? I said, 2K in Chicago, it's not about the surge. It's not about the prime. It's not about the multiplier. It's about demand. If there's a high demand, that's when it's possible to get those rides. When you're knocking out, you know, when you're knocking out surge to airport rides or PT to airport rides, and you're getting rematches, that's when 2K is really mostly possible. It's not entirely dependent on what the surge, or, you know, if it's a multiplier or flat surge or prime time or flat prime time or whatever. If you know your market and you know how to drive, you're not going to be that severely impacted, at least in Chicago. I can't speak for a market in the country. You're not going to be too severely impacted by the new surge. If you're a surge chaser and you only want to do multiply trips after events, then absolutely you will be affected. But if you're a full-time driver and you know your market well, it's really not going to kick your ass as much as you assume it will. Because some of you were under the assumption that if you do 65 hours on Uber with the multiplier, that was a guaranteed 2K, which it's not, because look at Lyft. I did 1670 in 67 hours, 67 and a half, and barely made 25 bucks an hour. And this is not with the flat prime time. This is with, this is with the multiplied prime time, with the percentages. So I want you guys to keep that in mind going forward. I just stop making assumptions. Be practical, be real. Experiment for yourself. Don't take other people's word for it. Get out there and see for yourself. And at the end of the day, if you don't like what you see, then this may not be the right gig for you. If the flat surge or the whatever commute market, and you're like, well, they're overcharging the passengers, and I'm not making what I used to, this just isn't worth it, then you probably shouldn't be driving. But you should come to that choice after doing it yourself, after seeing it for yourself. Okay. And that's all I got for this one, guys. Let's check the surge. Let's see. I'm like 8 minutes away from turning my app on. Let's see here. That's not what I want to do. Alrighty, let's see some surge. There's a little bit of surge. They should be surge at 401. Man, not much. We'll see what happens. But I do think I moved up in. No, I didn't. Huh. I was looking forward to seeing my my acceptance rate go up so I can get that nifty new C ride estimate. But I guess maybe tomorrow. All right, guys, that's all I got for this one. I want to thank y'all for watching. Everyone, please stay safe, stay driven, stay classy. I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.